triggered with their skill button or by manual inputs, which of course do more damage. Each skill has 3 versions: light, medium, and the EX heavy version, which costs 25 skill gauge.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten used to looking at the skill gauge on the bottom of the screen.
It can also be used in tandem with a light button to activate universal assemble mechanics.
I almost feel like these meters should be swapped. I'm sure I'll get used to it,
The
but
tag button, which can be used to tag
most of the time my eyes are going to be up here for resources that are more granular, and the health and the super meter feels like something that is a lot more granular in that sense versus the assist assemble gauges, which are discrete. You know, you have the 3 or 4 assemble gauges, and it's all or nothing. And I kind of feel like this meter is hard to get a quick sense of in the heat of the moment.
on screen,
But I'm sure I'll get used to it.
There's also a quick assemble button, and as of making this video, it looks like it's just a combination of the light plus assist button. This
Light
is how
plus
the devs
assist.
recommend you
Okay.
control the layout. You can pause here to take a longer look.
Is this what I do? Is this what I do? Let me see. Light, medium, heavy, assist, unique, quick skill, tag. That is what I was doing. Yeah, this is what I was doing. I was using the default controls. It was definitely a little difficult to get my pinky to use tag
Control the layout.
down there in the bottom
Pause
right.
here to take a longer look. At the end of the day, though, you should do whatever layout is most comfortable for you when it comes to your controller settings.
It's definitely a little difficult.
Molotov is a 4v4 fighter with a shared vitality gauge that maxes out at 100k. Under the health bar is the assemble gauge, which can hold up to
Editing is
3
supreme, by
stops
the
of
way.
Assemble meter. For the most part, assemble meter builds slowly over time. At the bottom of the screen is your skill gauge, which can hold up to 150 meter. To win a game, you have to take 3 rounds. Here's the thing, in the very first round, you only start with 2 characters, 90,000 health, 1 assembly gauge, and 0 skill gauge, which starts with a capacity of 100 meter. So the goal of the early game is to do as much damage as possible to your opponent and set up Oki, while most importantly, unlocking the rest of your team while doing so.
Yeah,
There's 3 ways to
unlock the team.
The first 2 are to knock the opponent to a softball into a stage transition,
I'm ready to go, Wolverine.
or knock the opponent into a hard wall for a wall splat. You can do this with certain skills, both on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, so you unlock more health and more potential
Grounded
super
throws,
meter.
An assemble smash, grounded or airborne, and forward heavy while in a launch state. The third and last way to gain a character is to lose a round.
There's so many ways to build the character. Like, these are the things that I just do not remember. It just kind of happens in the heat of the moment.
Hard walls are located at the very end of either side of a stage. Every other wall is a soft wall.
Health is always the same? I thought your health scaled based on how many characters you unlocked. Isn't there some variation with the health in this game over time? There's something. There's something, and even Gimmer said there's something. No, there's something that changes, I think. It might be subtle, but I think there's something that changes. Yeah, you get more health, right? Your health goes up when you unlock assists, right? You start at 90k, and 100k with all 4 characters. Gamer says it in this vid. I think he sent me a message saying he got the numbers wrong, but I think there's some kind of scaling. It might be 80, 90, or 90 versus 95, he said. So basically, yeah, your health does scale. It sounds like you're incentivized to unlock characters with your health also.
Some stages have 5 sections, so they have 4 soft walls and 2 hard walls. Some
Jared
stages
said he
have
started
3
90K, build
sections, so they have
100K.
2 soft walls and 2 hard walls. And Professor X's mansion has 1 section, so it has no soft walls. It's just 2 hard walls. When you unlock your 3rd teammate,
I'm ready, Logan.
you gain 5,000 gray health, your health's max capacity goes up to 95k, you gain 1 assembly gauge,
See?
its max capacity goes up to 2, you gain 25 skill gauge, your skill gauge max capacity goes up to 125 meter, and you unlock your 3rd teammate's assist attack.
On it.
When you unlock your 4th teammate, you gain another 5,000 gray health, your health max capacity goes up to 100k, you gain 1 assembly gauge, its max capacity goes up to 3, you gain 25 skill meter, your skill gauge's max capacity goes up to 150 meter, and you unlock your 4th teammate's assist attack.
Yeah, you are incentivized to unlock your characters.
If you have a full team when you do a stage transition or wall splat, you still gain
All this unlocking sounds like a chore. Well, it kind of happens naturally. Even, like, certain routes and things you want to do just for combo damage will unlock characters passively as you do it. So you'll do it passively fairly quick, but there might be some decision making you choose to like break a wall early, for example. That might be part of the process.
You gain 10. On a stage
But
transition,
it's
the
basically
attacker always has
generally
an advantage,
rewarding you for
but on
doing well already.
Regardless of your team size, if you wall splat an opponent, you can either combo off it, or let them slide to the bottom, in which case they have to stand in place, which leads to really strong Ogi.
Yeah, this is one thing that I actually used in the first beta, and I forgot to employ in the second
In
beta.
which case,
Ended a slumped knockdown, which is basically a hard
they have to stand
knockdown.
in place, which leads to really strong Ogi.
Time for mix.
If you do the wall splat really high in the air though, they can air attack after about a second and a half. Skill gauge does not go up on a timer like the assembly gauge. You get it by hitting your opponent, making them block, or getting hit by your opponent, and then making you block. It goes up less on block ball. And that's the basics of the game mechanics. Are you sick of trying to play the game you love and just see people on Twitter complain about it and moan 24/7? If this is you, then you should join the Gamers Lab Discord. Here, we foster a community focused on having a positive attitude towards getting better at the game.
Boo, boo, I want to bitch and moan and never
Sharing
practice.
tech, strategies, and guides, as well as matches.
That's not for
we
me.
also have character-specific discussions and a forum where you can discuss anything.
No,
If this
no,
sounds
I don't
like
wanna
things
do
you
that.
want to be a part of, join my
I don't
Discord.
want a welcoming
The link-
and
Seriously though, we have categories for
positive
Street Fighter
community.
6, Marvel Pokemon, 2XKO, Rivals of Aether 2, Smash Melee,
To
Smash
encourage
Bros.
growth.
and more. Let's move on to
I'm not
movement
about
and
that.
blocking.
I'm about tearing other people
Marvel
down.
Pokemon runs at 60 frames per second. A
And
frame
complaining
is
without
1
contributing
megabit at a
anything.
time. 1 frame is 1/16 of a second. 15 frames is 1/4 of a second. 30 frames is 1/2 of a second. 60 frames is 1 second, so on and so forth.
Man, this is so much work. Imagine having to throw in, by the way, here are frames and make it digestible for a beginner. Does Gamer edit these all on his own? This is incredible.
Move forward. If you hold backward, you'll move backward. Holding backwards makes it so if someone hits you, you'll do a stand block. Stand block can only guard against mid attacks and high attacks, aka overheads, but not low attacks. Hold down in any direction and you'll crouch. Holding
Pay
down
attention,
dash
chat.
will make you do a crouch block on hit.
This is the one you
Crouch
guys need.
block can only guard against mid attacks and low attacks, but not high attacks, aka overheads. Most attacks in the game are mid attacks.
This is
Most
the
low
one you
attacks are
guys
generally
need.
grounded moves that are quick and hard to react to. Most high attacks are generally a little slower and a bit easier to react to. So, if you're a beginner, it's a general rule of thumb that it's best to default to a crouch block when you're forced into a defensive position. And because
Very
most
true.
air normals are high attacks, if someone jumps or air dashes at you and you feel like you need to go on the defensive, it's best to default to a high block and then transition to a low block because they'll be grounded afterwards. When a player tries to trick another player into blocking low or high, but then does the opposite type of attack, this is called a high-low mix-up.
Baited.
Now, if you're walking backwards and someone jumps or air dashes over you, you'll start walking forward. If they then do an attack, it will hit you. This is called a cross-up. If one player tries to trick another into blocking left or right, but then ends up on the opposite side of them, this is called a left-right mix-up.
Man,
It's more
he's covering
complicated than that.
so
You
much
just only get
ground.
better at
This is
blocking
insane.
and practicing in your matches. So for now, if you're new, just follow what I just said and you'll start getting better through repetition. Back to movement. When you're grounded, you can press up to jump straight up forward to jump forward, and up back to jump backwards. And while airborne, you can press any direction of up and get an air jump in that direction.
Yeah, this is a general great fighting game guide. It'll get
Press down
more
and
in the
up,
weeds
and
for
you'll get a
sure,
Super jump, which makes you go higher vertically than
but
normal.
I'm just impressed with how he's covering
While
the
airborne, you can hold back,
the
up
basic
back, or down
mechanics.
back. Air block. Air guarding blocks highs, mids, and lows, so you can only get hit by left-right mix-up. If you press forward twice, light plus medium, or the quick dash button, you'll dash forward, then go into this little skid. If you hold the input, you'll transfer to a run. If you press back twice, or back plus light plus medium, or back plus the quick dash, you'll dash backwards.
Isn't it strange that we have so many overlapping
which is generally
inputs?
slower than a forward dash,
So many mechanics you can do in so many different ways.
You can cancel a backdash halfway through into a forward dash, or another backdash, which you can do over and over. Forward dashes can be canceled into attacks really quickly, around frame 5. Backdashes, it's a little bit slower, around frame 10. You can cancel both dashes into crouch around frame 10. You can repeat this action to help with movement time. You can also crouch block out of a forward dash.
Yeah, at times. I don't think all the characters have wave dashes that are useful.
Jump around frame 10.
What video is this?
Whereas forward dash
Gamer's Lab.
dashing forward into a forward jump gives you a momentum boost. How far this boost is character specific. You can cancel jump into a forward air dash or a backward air dash. You can do it really close to the ground. This is sort of character specific, but for most characters you can cancel both air dashes into attacks around frames 12 to 15. Immediately canceling an air dash into an attack makes you go to the ground a little faster.
Let me hear that again.
Makes you go. Immediately canceling an air dash into an attack makes you go to the ground a little faster.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
You can't air dash after an air jump. And you can't air jump after an air dash. If an air attack is quick enough, you can, however, jump or air dash after it.
Huh. Yeah, that's pretty good.
At most heights,
I don't know if I was
air
doing
dash
that.
or air normal will not give you enough time to do another attack. You might be able to squeak one through though.
Injustice!
99% of the cast can only do one air jump or air dash for air time. In general, forward air dashes are slightly longer distance-wise than back air dashes. And this is important. You cannot block in about frames 1 through 19 of your air dash.
Committal.
As long as you don't press a button.
Okay.
All of this combined allows for really crisp and advanced movement and Marvel Token. Some characters have unique movement options. For example, Miss Marvel doesn't have an air dash, but her unique lets you fly across the screen. Danger has a manipulatable ground to air dash. Black
Whoa.
Panther's unique has her jumping all over the screen like UMBC. Doom's dash makes it teleport and you can cross through opponents with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Doom's
unique
tracks
movement
goes
options.
into the opponent. Storm's unique is literally gusts of wind that can move her around. Star-Lord has a skill that's this little hop. Penny can stick to the wall. Spider-Man can shoot his web and fly in like 800 different directions. Green Goblin has his glider. A bunch of characters can hold off the fly, and some characters have multi-directional air dashes. For Pete's sake, Iron Man can cancel all of his attacks into his fly. So yeah, the game has a lot of movement options, and it's really cool. Now that we know how movement works, let's go through the
Definitely have to
different
practice
attack
the
types.
character-specific
Marvel Token has
options.
normals, unique attacks, skills, link attacks, assists, assemble attacks, super skills, ultra skills, and more. But let's start with the basics.
This is where I need the guide, because there's too many unique
Marvel Token has
mechanics.
3 basic attack buttons: light, medium, and heavy.
Oh, we're
If you're
not there
playing on
yet.
pad, it's usually these 3 buttons here. And on arcade stick, it's usually the first 3 buttons on the top row. On the ground, these produce 6 basic attacks: stand light.
Yeah, the
stand
universal
medium,
mechanics is
stand
where I
heavy.
need the help.
And if you're crouching, crouch light, crouch medium, and crouch heavy. All normals can be canceled on hit into jump. These normals are Gatling attacks, aka the Magic Series, aka chain combos, aka target combos, whatever you want to call it. But this is an Arc Sys game, so I'm going to call them Gatling attacks. What's important is that on hit and block, they can be canceled into each other, and they follow a hierarchy from light to medium to heavy. This can feel a bit complicated, but bear with me. Both light attacks can be canceled with the opposite light attack, as well
Yes.
as medium and heavy attacks. Both medium attacks can be canceled with the opposite medium attack, as well as all heavy attacks. And both heavy attacks can be canceled into each other. There's a 4 normal.
As long as you go from light to medium, it's okay.
So if you
Light
do,
to medium,
let's
medium to
say,
heavy.
stand light into crouch light into stand medium into crouch medium, you cannot cancel into either heavy attack.
Yep, four Gatling limit. That's one of the unique things about this game that a lot of people were caught off guard by. You only get 4 attacks before you gotta do like a jump cancel or something else, or a special.
Only apply to ground normals. You can only use 1 of each normal per string. So if you try to do a stand light, into a stand medium, into a crouch medium, into a stand medium, the stand medium will come out. The exception that breaks the rule is that you can do 2 variations of either light attack in any order before moving on to medium or heavy. And you can cancel crouch light into itself once. This is where link attacks, aka auto combos, come into play. Link attacks follow their own hierarchy, but it's pretty simple once you understand the logic behind it. There are 3 types of link attacks: light, medium, and heavy.
It's weird that they call the auto combos link attacks because they're definitely not links in the Street Fighter sense at all. They're mashing auto combos, but also the link attack auto combos do different things. They're not like just pre-programmed to do your Gatling attacks. It's a different sequence of moves entirely.
The light link attack
Unique
goes from any
attacks.
variation of light into light to the standing light, which activates the link unique. And the last standing light, which brings in your teammates, and then you hit them with one of your skills. If you're next to a wall, it'll cause the wall break or a wall splat. Note, if you have a full team, 150 skill gauge, and your opponent is 1 round away from winning the game, pressing a light a 5th time will activate your character's Tokana symbol, which does massive damage.
Yeah, what are the requirements? You need all the characters
And your opponent is 1.
at 150 meter.
Note, if you have a full team, 150 skill gauge, and your opponent is 1 round away from winning the game,
And your opponent is 1 round away from winning the game. So your opponent's on set point, then you can do that. All the characters, 150 meter, they're about to win.
pressing a light a 5th time will activate your character's Tokana symbol, which does massive damage.
Tokan
It's not the
assemble.
only way to do a Tokana symbol, but we'll get to that later. If you start a string with either medium attack and do a standing medium twice in that string, it will activate Link Unique. Doing standing medium again will do a specific skill, and doing standing medium again after that will activate your super skill, unless of course you don't have enough meter to do it. And on block, your super skill
so
will not
medium
come
gives
out
you the,
unless you activate it manually.
super combo.
If you start a string with either heavy attack and you do a standing heavy twice in that string, it will activate Link Unique. Doing standing heavy again will activate a specific skill, and doing standing heavy again after that will activate your ultimate skill. In a heavy link attack, you can press forward heavy after the link unique. You'll do a heavy EX version of the skill instead, and you can follow up with the ultimate skill after as well. Link attacks can only be activated.
Okay,
with the
so there's
normal
a forward heavy version with an EX version of your special move, or a regular stand heavy version.
So if you go from light to standing medium, and then press standing medium again, it won't come out. That being said, once a link unique happens, you can swap between any of the auto combo enders you want. So you can do light, 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 get the link unique, and then mash standing heavy to transfer to the heavy version.
Okay, so basically once you get into this auto combo starter, you can then pivot into different auto combo enders. So you can start from the light and then not go into the team assemble, whatever the assemble mechanic is. You can go into the medium for a super finish or the heavy for an ultimate
And
finish.
then mash standing heavy to transfer to the heavy version. By the way, link unique is technically a normal. It can be canceled into unique, skills, assists, etc.
Oh, see, it's a normal. So this, I guess the only thing that's unique is this link unique, he's calling it. This auto combo transition with Wolverine looks like this. You cannot access this move without doing the auto combo, like 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies. So, or I guess this is on the 3rd, it does this. So it's basically just a different normal, and you can do your own manual special cancels out of it.
Link unique is technically a normal. It can be canceled into unique, skills.
Yeah,
assists,
I didn't
etc.
know this about the game.
The most important thing about Link Unique is that it adds 5 stocks to your combo link gauge, which severely limits your combos. We'll get more into that later though in the combo section. Before we move on to air normals, I want to briefly talk about throws. If you press medium plus heavy, your character will activate a throw. If you're far, you'll run over to your opponent and grab.
Yeah, it's so wild if the throw is a run built in.
To activate. You can also air grab, which also takes 5 frames to activate. Air throws follow your character's momentum. And for both, you can throw people forwards or backwards.
It's like Melty Blood. Melty Blood does that? I don't know.
If it isn't obvious already, throws cannot be blocked. If someone tries to throw you and you press medium and heavy at the beginning of the throw, it'll cause a throw break. which separates the players and resets back to neutral. An air throw escape doesn't allow you to act until you touch the ground, no matter how high you are. Grounded throws can't grab one opponent, and air throws can't grab grounded.
Is there throw protection on a wake
Air
up?
throws also have 10 frames of
Do you
landing
cover
lag,
this, Gimmer?
which you can't really escape, even if you activate the throw really high in the air. Throws are sort of reactable at a certain distance though, so you need to be aware of that.
I think there is, but
Light attacks can be canceled.
I'm kind of curious the exact rules.
You can use this to mix your opponent up when they get too comfortable blocking. Be careful though, there's built-in throw protection on wake up and after block's done, so if they mash jab here, it'll beat your throw.
There we go. Thank you, Gimmer.
By the way, as a side note, although grounded throws can be teched in place, forward and backwards, it seems like air throws force knockdown. Each character has 5 air normals: air light, air medium, air heavy, air forward heavy, aka their slam launcher blowback, and their air down heavy, aka their slam launcher knockdown.
The forward heavy thing was strange. Basically, it felt like I played primarily with Captain America. The forward heavy was used to adjust your air combos. So there's like down heavy to launch down and forward heavy to not knock them up as high, where like jump heavy would often give them more height, and you choose the heavy based on the height management to keep the combo juggling properly. But then doing forward heavy in some of these air combos definitely felt very awkward. It felt like it was very easy to get execution errors out of that. I forgot the exact input overlap, but yeah, it was a little actually kind of tough because sometimes you do want to do forward heavy to down heavy and then call assist, but you want it neutral assist, and then you had to let go and not hold any direction. I would definitely accidentally call like down assist and other assist directions all the time, trying to do generic assist. It's kind of tough executionally with these the assist mechanic on top of that,
aka overheads,
the directional heavies.
besides air light. Down heavies always knock the
Well,
opponent to
it's
the ground
awkward, I would
with a
say.
knockdown. This leads to Oki and can also be comboed out of with an assist bar, but we'll go over that later in the combo section. This leads to Oki. Down heavies always knock the opponent into the ground until knockdown. This leads to Oki and can also be comboed out of with an assist call, but we'll go over that later in the combo section.
It's a basic
Air
generic
normals have no
combo.
hierarchy. They can all be comboed into each other over and over again. With the exception that if you do an air normal into itself, your character will track the opponent into a down heavy to knock them down. With light attacks, you can do 2 of them in a row before it does the knockdown. Just like grounded normals, air normals can be cancelled on hit into an air jump. This is generally used.
Yeah, I don't know if he goes back over it, but it felt like if you wanted to fix the combo and they're too high above you, you just mash the same button and it tracks, it brings you up to their height a little bit more, and then causes a knockdown.
If your opponent is in a launch state, air normals have to get different. Mashing light does a combo before ending with your forward heavy, aka your slam launcher blowback.
This,
Mashing light
even in Guilty Gear, the dust launcher state, I never knew what the fuck was going on here. When I played Guilty Gear Strive for like a month, it would give me a cinematic launch, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. I'm gonna do the world's shittiest combo. I have no clue what state we're in, why we're doing this. I'm gonna do something to like Bandit Bringer or whatever it was with Soul and call it a day.
launch state, air normals activate different. Mashing light does a combo before ending with your forward heavy, aka your slam launcher blowback.
I basically ended up doing this,
For
LLL.
a wall, a wall break, or a wall bounce. Mashing medium will do a quick combo into your down heavy, but instead of knocking them down to the ground, it'll cause a ground bounce, which you can solo combo.
Wait, hold on, what?
Knocking them down to the ground will do a quick combo into your down heavy, but instead of knocking them down to the ground, it'll cause a ground bounce, which you can solo combo.
Okay, so lights for wall breaks, mediums for combos,
Do the same thing, but a little more damage.
medium and heavy for combos, light for wall break.
For the down heavy automatically. If you're mashing auto combo in this state, you cannot call an assist. If you jump cancel, you can call assist.
Okay.
If you do a soft wall on a stage and do a forward heavy, it'll break the wall and do a stage transition. If it's a hard wall, they'll bounce off. You'll gain 1 assembly gauge. You'll gain 1 assembly gauge on the stage transition as well, as we talked about earlier. As far as I'm aware, there are 2 ways to activate a launch state. 1, hitting your opponent raw with a crouch heavy. 2, activating an assemble smash and bringing out your second character. We'll get to assemble smash later though. Before I move on, I want to talk about activating an assemble the launch state. 1, hitting your opponent raw with a crouch heavy.
Yeah, so I got the this launcher state basically calling out someone who was spamming some kind of offensive sequence that had a dash at me, and then I was like, wait, what do I do once I get that state?
We'll get to assemble smash later though. Before I move on, I want to talk about things that are universal across 99% of the cast when it comes to normals. Stand lights hit on frame 6, and for most of the cast, it's their fastest attack.
Right, 6
Crouch
frames.
lights hit on frame 7 and are low attacks. Stand mediums move the character forward. Crouch mediums are low attacks that knock the opponent into the air on hit. Stand heavies move the character forward. And crouch heavies are also short range attacks that knock the opponent into the air on hit.
Crouch
are
heavies
also the
do not have that much
character that has some
range.
Startup involved to aerial attacks. If you hit someone raw with a crouch heavy, you go into a launch state, which are different. And lastly, if you do a crouch heavy mid combo, you can press light, medium, or heavy, and your character will automatically jump and track to the opponent with that attack.
I did not know that. You don't even have to
Some
jump up
characters
with
can
them?
use normals. In general, these moves cannot be canceled when you jump on hit.
I don't know if that's beneficial versus just doing a regular jump cancel. I did not know that. No, I didn't know that. I don't know if the auto jump is good or not, but no, I had no clue.
You can assist a combo off them. And they're also negative on block. And assist to characters have unique normals. In
Unique
general,
normals.
these moves cannot be canceled when they jump on hit. They need an assist to combo off them.
That's an overhead from Spider-Man? That looks brutal. They're negative on block?
So you have to call an
Okay.
assist to be able to keep pressure going and not give up your turn, generally. Air lights hit on frame 6, and unlike the rest of the air normals, they are also mids, so they can be blocked high or low. I know that's a lot of information. Trust me, I hated writing it, but that's it for normals. Every character has a unique attack that's activated by pressing a unique button. Devs try to build their kit around the unique attacks. Uniques are, and this might surprise you, incredibly unique. Just to name a few, Captain America throws his shield at you and can kick it
They are
back
definitely unique.
over and over again, which isn't just cool, it's funny. Magneto throws metal at you, which magnetizes the stage and
Okay.
some of his moves. Magic can summon a portal, which
I
you can do,
concur,
like,
Gimmer.
things out of.
I concur.
Star-Lord has 4 different guns you can cycle through, all with really cool and unique properties.
Jump lights or overheads now is adjusted for the full build. Are you saying on release the jump lights will be overheads again? They just removed it from the one last beta? I will believe it when I see it.
The glider you can call, do a million things with, and even hit himself with. Shoutouts to the Spider-Man movie. Hell,
I know there was some dude who broke Street Date and was streaming Tokon last night who I saw some tweets going out, and then he got his Twitch account just absolutely nuked from orbit, eviscerated off the face of the planet. So I don't know, maybe there was some tech that people found from that.
different little mini robots that you can summon at random, and they all do something different. Iron Man shoots his repulsor blast. Okay, so maybe that one isn't that interesting, but you can cancel it to fly, which you can do with all his other moves. But yeah, unique attacks are really cool, and I think it's really cool that Arx has added this to the game. You can tell they put a lot of love into every single character. There's 20 of them, and they're very complicated, so shout outs to Arxis for this. This is awesome. Next, each character has about 4 skills that they can activate with the quick skill button. You got your neutral skill.
Yeah, anything unique about the quick
Your back
skills?
skill?
I actually was using some of the quick skills for the
your
DP
forward skill.
inputs
Each skill has a medium
and the down ones.
and heavy EX version. Some skills can be done in the air. To get the medium version, you press the control stick direction plus the skill button plus the medium button. And for the heavy version, you press the control stick direction plus the skill button plus the heavy button. Heavy EX skills plus 25 skill gauge. And of course, you can also use motion inputs.
Jump lights are
for
overhead.
skills.
All right, might be true.
Medium.
That's weird how they were not overheads for the beta and then they're overheads for their full
Motion
release,
inputs
but
are optional because they do more damage. But if you're
Interesting.
new, you should just stick to the easy versions for now. Now, the difference between light, medium, and heavy versions is character and skill dependent, but a lot of them follow a similar dynamic. For example, the light version might be quicker and cover more distance, but you can't combo off it solo. And it's punishable on block. So you gotta do an assemble rush to protect yourself, which costs assembly gauge.
Assemble
Whereas
Rush.
the medium one is
The
slower,
assist is called
less
Assemble Rush.
and combo off it solo on hit.
Or rather, the generic assist is called Assemble Rush.
And it's minus on block, but it's safe enough where they can't punish you.
Oh,
And then
we get a sequence. Bum saying, jump lights are overheads now. Patch came out and made some insane changes. Jump L is back to being mid for every character. Well, what a story, what an arc.
the heavy EX version combines the best of both, where it's fast, covers a lot of distance, can be comboed
Wait for that
off,
day one patch,
and
everybody.
Might even be plus on block. Another good example is projectiles.
You just got a few more hours, chat. You can make it.
Not quicker, but it'll be
Just
less
wait to play the game.
Whereas the medium version comes out slower but lasts longer. And the heavy EX version comes out quickly and lasts longer. Or like the light version goes straight, the medium version goes up and vertical, and the EX version. Another thing that's important about skills is that a lot of characters have an anti-air skill that has early startup invul to air attacks. And for a lot of them, the EX version can be comboed out of solo. On that note, if you're doing a combo in the EX version can be comboed out of solo. On that note,
I wonder if
if
those combos are efficient.
To do the heavy EX version of a skill if they want to continue the combo solo. And we'll talk about that in the combo. Next, let's talk about super skills, ultimate skills, and the Tokan assemble mechanic. Super skills are activated by pressing unique with a quick skill button, or quarter circle forward, medium plus heavy. And they cost 50 skill gauge.
50 skill gauge.
Most do
I don't
about
really know
20
about the meter economy versus
Most super
assemble
skills do
gauge
not
and all
gain
that for
vulnerability
damage and
until
combo
about
routing.
4. This means you cannot do it on a wake up if someone does a media attack, or you'll get hit. And you also get hit if you try to mash it in between wake up. Do not gain invulnerability until about frame 4.
Oh, so
This
they
means you
are
cannot do it on a
invincible,
wake
but
up
not
if
to
someone does a media attack,
meaties.
Or you'll get hit. And
Interesting.
you also get hit if you try to mash it in between really tight block strings. But if there's a big enough hole in the block string, they can squeak through. How long the invul lasts after the screen freeze is dependent on the attack. And how good a super skill is dependent on the range of the attack and how much invul it has.
Now the gloves come on.
Can you match the horses, fighter?
Some are kind of trash,
Have nowhere.
while others are really good.
Oh, shit. Okay, Doom. I see, I
Also
see.
done in the air, but as a general rule,
Okay, Doom.
Have nowhere.
while others are really good.
Oh, shit. Okay, Doom. I see,
Some
I
can also
see.
be done in the air, but as a general rule, they lose their invulnerability. Doing the motion input is about 10% extra damage. A lot of characters have skills that specifically can cancel into super skills. Oh, and most importantly, you can do a super assemble at the end of a super skill by pressing the direction of the teammate you want, plus the assemble button. It costs 50 skill gauge, 1 assemble gauge, and your teammate will come in and do their super skill after yours. You can do
Okay.
50 skill
So this is what I didn't understand either. So it costs both the super and the assemble gauge.
Assemble at the end of a super skill.
Super
by pressing
assemble.
The direction of the teammate you want, plus the assemble button.
And you
Costs
do the
50 skill
assemble
gauge,
button.
1 assemble gauge, and your teammate will come in and do their super skill after yours. You can do this up to 3 times if you have enough teammates and meter. Ultimate skills are activated by pressing forward plus unique plus quick skill, or half
Also,
circle.
it's not DHC. It is
You can do
called
super assemble at the
a
end of
super
skill,
assemble.
press assemble gauge and meter. Ultimate skills are activated by pressing forward plus unique plus quick skill, or half circle back into forward medium plus heavy. It costs 100 skill gauge.
I don't think I ever did the OG input for
So you
this.
can wake up with them on media attacks.
So these are fully invincible.
They'll also come out in the middle of block strings no matter what, even if there's a single frame hole.
I mean, you're going to be mashing that with the quick skill input. What is it again?
Medium plus heavy. It costs 100 skill gauge.
Ultimate and quick skill and forward.
Skills are invulnerable back and forward, medium plus heavy. It costs 100 skill gauge.
Forward, ultimate, and quick skill.
Ultimate skills
Yeah.
are invulnerable on frame 1. So you can
That's going to
wake
be
up
something
with
that people might
them.
mash a lot. And it's only 100 meter.
They'll also come out in the middle of block strings no matter what, even if there's a single frame hole. Most do about 35k raw, and the motion input does about 5% more overall damage. Just like super skills, how good an ultimate skill is based on invul and range. They're all good, but some are insane. Tokan assembles are your character's most powerful attack. In order to do one, you need your full team. Your opponent needs to be 1 round away from winning the game, and you need 150 skill gauge. It's activated by pressing quick skill plus the assist button, or quarter circle forward, light plus.
It's weird how this is done with light and A. And this is the big, bad finisher move. It just feels counterintuitive. You would think it would be the one with, like, unique and heavy or something. But A and quick skill. So you just mash that, A and quick skill.
Assist. These do massive damage, over 50k roll.
So this is the comeback mechanic, essentially.
Token Assemble does not have frame 1 invul though, so they cannot be done on a wake up to a meaty button. They also lack range.
Okay, so they're not as scrubby as they could be. Not invul and no
Mountain
range.
block strings, though, if they aren't Titan. One thing I noticed is that it seems that if you wake up with Tokan Assemble and they hit you for doing that, it doesn't remove the skill gauge. I don't know why. I feel like it should. You should be punished for going for that. Maybe that's just a glitch, though.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
seems like a
basics of the
bug.
main universal moveset mechanics. If you want to learn more about individual characters, I do have some character guides coming out, but you can also check out Arxis' official moveset breakdowns on the Marvel Tokan YouTube channel. Okay, let's talk about assists, assembly mechanics, and how they all work. There are 5 different assist types. Slot 1 shooter,
Shooter?
slot 2 vertical,
Vertical?
slot 3 assault, which is basically like a unique assist, assemble rush, which you can only do on hit for block, and air assist.
Leave it to me.
You can choose which teammate you want to bring out by pressing the corresponding direction to their slot and the assist button. So left plus assist, down plus assist,
On it.
right plus assist, etc. Tokan is not like other tag games. You can spam your assist button and have them all come out on screen at once. Pulling assist raw costs nothing to do. They're invulnerable until they touch the ground.
Yeah, I wonder what the idea is going to be. Like, I saw some of the stronger players at the beta complaining about the assist cooldown and filling the screen with assists. I very rarely did that, but it might be worthwhile to just spam assists, get them all out on the screen.
Then they can be hit right before they do their attack, which is about 20 frames. Then they can be hit right before they do their attack. If an assist connects on the opponent's point character, a T appears above their head, which means you can press the tag button to tag into them. If you don't tag, they're standing there and they can be hit. After a bit, the tag bar will start to go down. As soon as this starts, the assist is invulnerable and cannot be hit.
They can't be hit during that phase. Okay, I didn't know that.
For a short period until the bar depletes. Another thing that could happen is like you're in the middle of a block string, but your assist is on the field behind them, and you just mash and tag. So as soon as that little 1 frame hole comes up, you swap over, and they're invincible the whole time. The opponent whiffs because the assist is on the other side of them, and you just hit them. Another
Yeah, that's active tag shenanigans. That was pretty common in 2xKO, right? You really want to get your assist on screen because they could be in a different spot than you are as a point character, and if you put yourself in a bad situation, you tag to your assist for safety.
it whiffs.
that seems
hits
nasty.
The other team's assist, or the other team's point character blocks it. You will not be able to tag into them first. Or if the other team points character
Oh,
blocks
this is
on
important.
because the assist on the other side of them, you just hit them. Another funky thing. Now, if you call an assist, it whiffs, hits the other team's assist, or the other team points character blocks it, you will not be able to tag into them at first, meaning they're vulnerable to get hit. A little while later, though, the tag bar will start to deplete like before, and you can't tag.
Oh, I don't think I knew this difference.
Is that it must be able to tag swap over. The assist is invulnerable and cannot be. After a bit, the tag.
So this is on hit only.
If an assist connects on the opponent's point character, a T appears above their head.
Okay, so if it hits right away on the point character, then you have a much earlier ability to tag, which almost sounds like you can just call assist and mash tag, and it'll auto hit confirm maybe to get a pickup. Like the assist makes contact, and only then does the active tag even become available. So if you just mash the tag, you will get the swap right away after they hit them, and maybe you can continue the combo with the assist. And auto hit confirms essentially an active tag. I didn't know that. But if it's blocked, they're vulnerable and you can't tag for longer.
Assist on the other side of them, and you just hit
Or
them.
if it whiffs.
Another funky thing. Now, if you call an assist, it whiffs, hits the other team's assist, or the other team point's character blocks it, you will not be able to tag into them at first, meaning they're vulnerable to get hit. A little while
Okay.
later, though, the tag bar will start to deplete like before, and you can't tag.
So there's basically the assists are at risk if they don't actually make contact with the point character. That's interesting. I don't think you tag immediately if it hits. You got a combo. That's what he just showed here.
As
Look.
soon as they don't tag, they're standing there and that's the tag. This connects on
Look,
the opponent's point
if the
character.
assist actually hits, and look, the moment it makes contact, the tag appears. The frame it makes contact, but it has to hit the point character. He's saying. So there's a very specific rule. If you hit the point character with the assist, then you can tag right away. But if it hits anything else, he's saying it doesn't allow you to switch. If it hits another assist, or if they block it, or if it whiffs. So that's a pretty unique scenario. I didn't know about that.
Invulnerable and cannot little blocks, little one, because the assist is on the other side of them, meaning they're vulnerable to get hit.
So also this to me implies that if you block assists, you should look to punish them for it.
later though, the tag bar will start to deplete like before and you can tag. The weird thing about this is that it means you can do this sort of option select where you call your assist, do whatever you're going to do anyways, and just mash the tag button the whole time.
You see? You see? We're connected here. We're on the same wavelength. The option selects.
If the assist doesn't hit them, you just do what you're doing. But if it does hit them, you automatically tag and it gives you more time to get the time off because the game freezes a little bit.
Right. Yeah, just do certain sequences with tag, assist plus tag.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Link to vid, exclamation point video. This is Gimmer's lab here. Gimmer
You
FGC.
gain control. It unfreezes any of the Who knows, maybe it gets changed on launch after this video comes out. If you do tag into your assist in any of the scenarios we just talked about earlier, the screen freezes, you gain control, it unfreezes, and you can immediately act on frame 1. Let's talk about raw tagging real quick. If you just press the direction and the tag button raw, it'll choose whichever teammate you're pointing towards and tag them in directly. This takes about a total of 45 frames, and the character you tagged in is vulnerable for about 25 frames.
Right.
So this is very risky if not done correctly. The way you make it less risky is by doing an attack with your point character right before pressing the button to create pressure before the tag. Also, you have just enough time to cancel a normal into a skill before they tag in. If you roll tag in the air, your character will have lag until they touch the ground. If you do this right above the ground, there's only about 7 frames of lag after the freeze.
Weird.
I'm actually working on a whole video about this. It's so cool.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. Make sure and subscribe.
Jump and
Press
tag.
the tag button and then call an assist. The tagged character will just jump in and do nothing and then tag out. But it seems like
Wait, what?
assist, the tagged character is so cool. You're gonna love it. Make sure and subscribe. If you press the tag button and then call an assist, the tagged character will just jump in and do nothing and then tag out. But it seems like they're invulnerable over time.
Oh, you basically canceled your tag when you call an assist.
Do a raw tag with another assist already on the field. You can call your slot 1 shooter assist by pressing the assist button or forwarding the assist button. Shooter assists are horizontal attacks that cover a majority of the bottom of the screen. Most of them are projectiles, but they don't have to be. The main purpose of this assist is to use it in neutral to help find an opening on the opponent, or after a knockdown to apply pressure for Oki. It seems to be a general rule of thumb that shooters that cover the whole screen come out slower, whereas shooters that are just a flying projectile come out quicker. And then you have slow as molasses Ghost Rider doing whatever this is. You can call your slot 2 vertical assist by pressing down in the assist button. Vertical assists are generally quick ground-to-air assists that cover a lot of vertical space, but not as much horizontal space. Most of them have early invul to airborne attacks. The main purpose of vertical assists is to anti-air the opponent. For some of them, it's pretty easy to confirm a hit off them and then tag in. Most, if not all, of these hit on frame.
I was wondering about that.
Honestly, some of them are quite unique.
Yeah, would you tag to them to keep the combo
Call your
going?
slot 3 assault assist, aka your like really unique special assist, by pressing back in the assist button. Assault assists vary from character to character and have a wide range of utility. For example, Wolverine's is a short-range slow attack, but it has armor that starts around frame 10. Doom's tracks you, and then when it activates, covers the whole screen vertically. Penny puts out 2 of her unique robots at random. Star-Lord does is unique, and the projectile is whatever ammo the gun is currently on, so it has 4 different options. Captain America is a counter that has a follow-up that changes based on how far you are from the opponent when you call it. Ghost Rider summons fire that tracks the opponent. Magic summons 3 huge fire pillars, so on and so forth. You can call an air-to-ground assist by super jumping or double jumping above your normal jump arc height, and choose which teammate you want to bring in by pressing the corresponding direction of their slot with the assist button. The angles these assists vary from character to character. Some go straight down, while others almost go full screen.
Yeah, the air assist is something I did not mess with too much. I need to learn more about
Some of them
those.
are projectiles.
You got it.
And lastly, if you attack someone and while in hit stop press the assist button without pressing any direction, you'll activate an assemble rush. In doing so, your next available assist comes in and immediately does a quick short-range attack. This costs 1 assembly gauge. On hit, it causes your opponent to roll, leading to an easy follow-up combo. On block, it adds extra block stun, so you can continue pressuring. This can also be done in the air. If you press a direction in the assist button, your corresponding teammate will come out and do their normal assist, but it starts a bit faster.
Leave it to me.
Still
starts
costs more
faster?
assembly gauge, but it allows you to create some unique pressure and combo. Now that we know how all the assists work, let's talk about when you can call them and the limitations.
Yeah, the fact that you can call your generic or your individual unique assists by doing a direction actually makes things a little awkward. Sometimes you want the generic assist, but you actually want to hold a direction. So managing your inputs is definitely pretty important.
You can call an assist during any type of move. And you can call an assist at the same time that you press a button to do a move. But if you do a move and try to immediately call an assist after, it won't come out.
Yeah, that felt so weird. It feels so weird at first. That during the recovery, active frames and recovery of moves, the assists do not come out. It feels so strange. It's something that you'll get used to with time, but the first impression is definitely a bit like, whoa, where's my assist? Why is it not
You can call an
activating?
assist right into a normal, and then do a block string and tag into them later. On block, you have to wait until your assist is almost ready to dip out before tagging here though. On a side note, something that's really annoying is if you try to jab and call your assist at the same time, you'll do assembly slash.
Here I go!
So
Yeah.
you want to like dash and call your shooter assist at the same time, and then you jab, you just gotta make sure you let go of the assist button before pressing jab.
Copy.
Yeah,
This is where
I do feel like there's a lot of like things that you're fighting the controls with these overloaded mechanics and macros on the controller. Like that does feel
Because you
a
can
little
press
strange.
tag, then do a normal, cancel that normal into a skill unique. Your opponent will do a block string when your teammate tags in.
Wait, hold on. How did he set this up?
Press tag, then do a normal, cancel that normal into a skill unique. Your opponent will do a block string when your teammate tags in. Normal into a skill isn't handy. Because you can press tag, then do a normal.
Oh, so he's pressing tag. That's why I was confused at first. I was thinking assist. He's not doing assist. He's doing tag here. So this is the immediate hard tag, not the assist and then tag after.
This is where tagging comes in handy. Because you can press tag, then do a normal, cancel that normal into a skill or unique. Your opponent will be in block string when
Okay,
your teammate
tag
tags in.
plus normal and special. Okay,
By
that
the
seems
way,
useful.
you gotta, like, tag and then do super.
I didn't do any of those. I didn't do any of those during the beta. That seems good. Like a nice heavy block stun normal plus tag into a special to pin them down, and then you get the pressure. Okay. Yeah, use no tag meter, no assemble gauge. Yeah, that's really useful. I didn't do that at all. That's not how I approach any of the pressure. I would try to get the assist out.
And if you try to do a command grab and then tag, the command grab.
You do the special first. I think you do normal plus tag at the same time, canceled into a special.
hitbox will just disappear.
I'm here. Ms. Marvel.
A lot of people have been complaining about it being hard to call assists. And if you try to do a command grab and then tag, the command grab's hitbox will just disappear.
Okay, they have some rules around certain mechanics.
A lot of people have been complaining about it being hard to call assists, and I think I figured out why. Based on my research, it seems like after blocking, you can't call an assist for about 20 frames.
I'm here.
And after a recovery state, like an air tech, a ground tech, a slow get up, it takes about 25 frames.
Ah, you're locked
Honestly, if I was
out.
allowed to make a change, I'd make it so it just takes like 7 frames where you can't call an assist instead of 20 to 25. Right now, it feels a bit sluggish, and I think this would be a good middle ground to make it less sluggish, but also not cheap. Now that we know about assists,
Interesting,
let's
I
talk
didn't know
about
that.
assemble mechanics. If you press the quick assemble button,
Yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of states overall where you're locked out. You can't call assist during whiff recovery or active frames of your moves. You can't call assist when you're coming out of block stun or hit stun or on wake up. There's definitely a lot of states where it feels like you should be able to do something and the actions don't occur.
at the same time, you'll do an assemble smash. This costs 1 assemble gauge.
Yeah, exclamation point in video, guys. If you want the link, this is on Gamers FGC channel.
1 to 18. And it's an overhead that hits on frame 26. So you can't block
So
it
sorry.
low.
This is the part I need to pay attention to, the unique mechanics.
Time. Let's talk about assemble mechanics.
Assemble
You press
mechanics.
The quick assemble button, or light plus assemble at the same time.
Light and
You'll
assemble.
Do an assemble smash. This costs 1 assemble gauge. Assemble smash has 2 hits of armor from about frames 1 to 18.
2 hits of armor,
Overhead
okay.
from frame 26, so you can't block it low. On hit, your teammates come in, and you have multiple options. I'll get to that in a second. It's -5 on block, so it's unsafe. But it can't be punished, so you have to give your opponent their turn.
It's -5 on block, so it's unsafe, but it cannot be punished.
But it can't be. I'll get to that in a second.
I think he
It's
misspoke.
-5 on block, so it's unsafe. But it can't be punished. You have to give your opponent their turn.
I think he misspoke there. I don't know.
Unless, of course, you're willing to spend a second assemble gauge and do an assemble round.
Oh, you can still tag or assist call.
Frames 1 to 26.
It's safe on block. -5 is safe on block in this game. The fastest move are 6 frames.
Projectiles in frames 1 to 26. Assemble Smash is completely invulnerable to projectiles on frames 1 to 26.
Oh, I didn't know it beat projectiles. Okay.
It beats out many super skills, but loses to ultimate skills, Tokan Assemble. And of course, its rate loses grabs. Because it only has 2 hits of armor, it loses to multi-hits of 3 or higher.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
And if done correctly, 2-hit strings, like 2 jabs, will also hit it after the armor ends, but before the move hits. You can
right.
use it even when your assembly gauge is completed. It will just make it go back to 0, and it won't combo into your teammates. They'll just bounce.
So it doesn't require assembly gauge, but you don't get the teammate extension.
That being said, in all other scenarios on
Weird.
hit, 3 things could happen. 1, your second character comes out, knocks them into the air, or you hit them with your air forward hit. Mid-screen, this has slight advantage, but resets neutral. Against a soft wall, it causes a wall break transition. On hard walls, they bounce off, you'll gain 1 assembly gauge back, and go into a knockdown. It gives you time to set up Oki. The second thing that can happen is you press light plus assist again. It costs a second assembly gauge, your third character comes out and knocks them down. You swap sides, launch them in the air into a launch state. And everything I told you about launch states
So
before.
it's side swap.
And the third thing you can do is press light and assist again. It costs a third assembly gauge. Your last teammate comes in and ground bounces them, so you can do a combo.
Same side.
Because Assemble Smash can be done on frame 1 of Wake Up, has 2 hits of armor, and is invulnerable to projectiles, it's a very strong defensive mechanic. If your opponent's doing it a lot, you should approach with throws, multi-hits, or staggered attacks. Extra points if you cover yourself on assists. Now, there's also an air version of Assemble Smash, which has almost the same properties, but here are the main differences. First of all, the character tracks to the opposing team's point trajectory.
Yeah, the air one, I had no idea what was going on.
Projectile invul from about frames 1 to 30. And most importantly, it has no armor, so it gets beat out by physical attacks. And since it's
only
an
for
airborne attack, it
projectiles.
can easily be anti-aired by crouch heavy. Also, on block, it's really unsafe, super punishable. Another weird thing about it is that
I did not know it was
it can be
punishable.
a little funky, so just keep that in mind. That being said, if your opponent is spamming projectiles and playing a hard keep-away game, this is the move you want to use to get in. Now,
Okay.
let's talk about Assemble Counter. To activate an Assemble Counter, you can press down or back plus the quick assemble button, or down or back plus light plus assemble. Assemble Counter costs 1 assemble gauge, is active from frame 1 to 20, and lasts a total of 60 frames.
So this is V-shift essentially,
If
right?
it's touched by any move from frame 1 to 20, it'll activate a frame 0 counter, and your teammate will come in and knock the opponent away.
I'm countering.
Now, after your teammate knocks them away, if they tech in place, it's plus 15, so the defender gets a slight advantage, but neutral is still reset. If you tag here, you're plus 24, which puts you even closer and gives you more than a advantage.
Oh, you can tag
What's
there.
important to understand about
Okay.
this counter is that once you hit it, you cannot stop yourself from getting hit with a follow-up. When I say anything can activate it, I mean anything. Normal, skills, throws, super skill, ultimate skills, even Tokan Assemble. Of course, the downside is if the opponent baits you into doing this, they have a whole second to react to it and hit you.
So that's your incentive to not attack. It counters literally everything, but if they whiff it, you just rush up and kill them.
Just like Assemble Smash, you can technically call it with less than 1 assemble gauge, but if it hits, your assist won't come in and help. Same applies if you do it when assist is already out. Now, let's talk about the last assemble mechanic, crossover counter. If you press light plus assist or quick assemble while blocking, it costs 1 assemble gauge, your assist will come out on frame 1 and hit the opponent's point character no matter what. No matter where they are, as long as you have at least 1 assist skill. You can do this anytime you're blocking. This is a great get-off tool, but it can be countered.
He blocked his own glider there, set that up.
For quick assemble, they'll do a crossover reflect. It costs 1 assemble gauge, and their teammate will come in and block you, giving them advantage. Assemble gauge is light plus assist. For quick assemble, they'll do a crossover reflect. It costs 1 assemble gauge, and their teammate will come in and block you, giving them advantage.
Yeah, how much advantage do you
Their
get?
teammate will come in and block you, giving them advantage.
Leave this to me. Be Captain America.
reaction. If they do the reflect at the very end, you'll get a perfect reflect, which causes the opposing team's point character to get into a knockdown and become disassembled.
Oh, so you only get the disassembled on a perfect reflect,
You'll get a perfect reflect.
and he's doing a knockdown. Okay, I didn't know there was a difference.
Put into a knockdown and become disassembled. When disassembled, you cannot call any assist or use any assemble gauge for about 8.5 seconds. It's a terrible position to be in, probably the worst in the game. The frame advantage for the person who does the reflect.
So wait, what can you not do?
You cannot call any assist or use any assemble gauge for about.
But can you still do like the counters? You said you can do those without any assemble meter. I'm assuming no. I'm assuming it's all the assemble mechanics deactivated. Like you can't do the overhead armor or the retreating assemble mechanic, right?
About 8.5 seconds.
Nothing.
It's a terrible position to be in, probably the worst in the game. The frame advantage for the person who does the reflect is based on what move they were doing when they started it. It still has to go into cooldown.
Okay, so you still have to whiff.
Unlike the other two,
Recover
assemble
from your
mechanics,
whiff
you
move.
cannot do a crossover counter with less than one assemble gauge. This is where assemble gauge meter management becomes really important. If your opponent has less than one assemble gauge and is pressuring you, you can get a crossover counter for free without any issues. And if you're pressuring your opponent and you have at least one, you can be ready to go and pull out a perfect reflect.
They need a full assemble gauge
If
meter.
your opponent has less than one assemble gauge and is pressuring you, you can get a crossover counter for free.
Oh, you can't use it with less than a full bar. So yeah, you can just do it for free. Okay. So if you have a winning position and you have them in the corner, then they find an opening to fight back, but they have less than a full assemble gauge, just immediately crossover, like an offensive V reversal, essentially.
free
And just
without
knock them
any
down.
issues. And if you're pressuring your opponent and you have at least
Okay.
one, you can be ready to go and pull out a perfect reflect on reaction. You got to be careful though, because if you're baited into going for a crossover counter, you'll instead do an assemble counter, which as we said before is super punishable if it doesn't activate the counter.
Yeah, I guess it's weird how the assemble counter is also sort of like something that can be baited, because you might be expecting someone to block and put you into a state where sure, if they delay their offense and they run into it, it'll work and defend, but if they really read that you're mashing that defensive mechanic, you
This video
die.
dropping on crossover counter, reflect, and perfect reflect. Around launch, that goes into all the details, all the mechanics, and everything about it. There's so much cool stuff you can do with it. Once the video's out, I'll put a link here. You can click it. Trust me, you're gonna love it. It's really cool. I come up with a lot of really interesting and cool things you can do out of it. Before we move forward, I want to quickly explain how hit stun scaling and combos work in Marvel Pokemon.
Is anyone else not comprehending any of this? I guarantee you it's very comprehensible. It's just a lot. That's a lot. This is something you should come back to after playing the game and seeing some of these mechanics firsthand. Because I've dabbled in the betas and I've had questions about all these things, I've seen them multiple times. This is clarifying a lot for me. So it's just a lot of information. If you come back to it, you'll get it. So I think this is going to be like a companion as you play the game. You should come back to this. This is very informative, actually. This is a great guide. But to digest it all 50 minutes without playing the game much, it's going to be
Actually, already
pretty
made a
difficult to
video about this.
impossible.
I'm just going to show you the most important parts from that video, and then afterwards update you with all the things that are different with the current build. Many fighting games have a mechanic called hit stun scaling. Mid-combo, this basically makes hit stun lower over time, so you can't just loop things over and over continuously.
Not good visualization of that.
Instead, they have something called the combo limit. The basic idea behind the mechanic is once you reach 10 stacks, they'll go into a combo break animation. The combo limit gauge sits right under the hit stun gauge. The hit stun gauge is an orange bar that tells you when your opponent's hit stun is about to run out after each hit. Once it moves all the way to the left and hits 0, the opponent has the option of air tech, or they can just fall to the ground. The combo limit has 3 phases: blue, dark orange, and full red. In order to start filling up the gauge, you have to hit your opponent with an attack. This gives it 1 stack. To be clear, 1 stack equals 1 move. So if you hit your opponent with an attack that has multiple hits, it still only counts as 1 stack towards the combo limit gauge. This means the hits on the combo counter won't necessarily line up with your stacks on the combo limit bar. So phase 1 takes 7 stacks for it to reach phase 2.
Okay.
Phase 2, the bar turns dark orange and it takes 3 stacks to hit phase 3, which is full red. So 10 stacks total. And the next attack will cause a combo break, which leads to Oki. The combo break will wait for an attack to finish before initiating. So something like a single jab will initiate it, but for a multi-hit move, the game will wait for it to finish before initiating a combo break.
Yeah. So what's up with the combo break?
There are other rules for the combo
Mechanic.
First of all, Assembly Smash, grounded or airborne, add only 1 stack, no matter how many of your assists hit the opponent.
Hold on.
Add only 1 stack, no matter how many of your assists. First of all, Assembly Smash, grounded or airborne, add only 1 stack, no matter how many of your assists hit the opponent.
Okay.
EX
So it's pretty
moves
friendly
count
on the
0
combo
stacks.
gauge.
Opponent. EX moves count 0 stacks.
Oh, I didn't know that. Or maybe I do at one point, but I
Thanks,
forgot.
past me. Here's everything I left out. Doing an Assembly Rush removes 1 stack from the combo limit.
Right, that's to extend longer.
Same with wall splats and wall bounces. And of course, as I said earlier, the Link Unique and auto combos adds 5 stacks.
Right.
Air normals add 1/2 a stack to the combo limit. Air specials and uniques still add a full stack though. Hitting someone with a crouch heavy raw launcher adds 6 stacks, and if you mash one of the auto combos in the air, it won't add anything. The follow-up combo after the down bounce though will. Assemble Smash 2.
God, there's so many
is 8
rules.
stacks.
I'll finish it.
And Assemble Smash 3 puts you at 5 stacks. Now, there are built-in mechanics to stop you from abusing the combo system. For example, if you do the same EX move twice in a combo, it just auto-breaks the combo. Same thing applies to things like Charlotte's
Oh,
Ice
that's
Gun.
weird. If you use the same EX move twice in a combo, it just breaks the combo. I guess they put in hard-coded rules to prevent any accidental
Try
loops.
to do it twice in a combo, it just auto-breaks.
I didn't know that.
Same thing applies to things like Star-Lord's Ice Gun if you try to do it twice in a combo. And it likely applies to a lot of other moves as well. There's also a combo timer. I'm not sure how long it lasts or how many moves it is, but I think it's about 10 in-game seconds at least.
Combo
So let's talk about
timeout.
combos.
Oh,
If you're a beginner-
man, they have so many rules to prevent you from looping them. I see. So they have a loop protection rule with only one of each special move in a combo before it makes it break, and then a combo timeout just in case you found a way around their system.
You start with the link attacks we talked about earlier and go from there. The most important thing is to get hands-on experience with the game so your body and muscle memory starts to feel at least somewhat comfortable. Now for this next part, I forgot to record footage, so I had to simplify it quite a bit and go find stuff that fits. Apologies in advance. After getting used to doing link attack combos and having a better feel for the game, you can start moving on to basic variations of a DMB that pretty much every character has. I'm going to give you a Spider-Man variation. Basically, once you land a hit, make sure to use crouch medium or crouch heavy to eventually launch the opponent into the air. Once you do, you can jump cancel the hit, do an air medium into air forward heavy, and then jump cancel that. From there, do medium into forward heavy, into heavy again, and then press heavy a second time to track.
This is the one thing I didn't know at first. You, after your air combo, don't try to do a down heavy manually, just do heavy auto combo. It'll track to them, give you extra height to meet them in the air, and auto combo into the down heavy to launch them down. That was something that I was struggling with until I realized that's how the mechanics worked. And it also helps with avoiding issues with your assist. Doing an accidental down assist instead of a neutral generic assemble rush assist.
Immediately press the assist button to call your assist for an assemble rush to continue the combo going. This calls for an assemble gauge. Land on the ground and dash forward. Do a standing heavy into crouch heavy to knock them up higher. Jump cancel into medium, into heavy, and then cancel that into your skill that causes wall breaks and splats.
Yeah.
Soft wall, this will cause a wall break.
Basic
Set up
generic
for OP,
combo,
and
for
you'll
sure.
get that assembly gauge back that you just spent.
Also, you could try to avoid doing the 2H, I would say, because a lot of characters' 2Hs have no freaking range. Another common strategy is to just go with your 2M and jump cancel from there. It gives you less height, but you can still get a full like double jump combo and do the same thing. But it's also pretty common to go like 2M jump and then start the combo like that. A lot of 2Hs have really short range and might whiff in the middle, like after you call your assist or from your Gatling chain. So you can just jump cancel out of other
Something else
normals
you
that
can
knock
do
them
is
into
keep
the
your
air.
combo limit to full red, and then end to the skill that sets up best for Oki.
Visandra, thanks for the big 5 months. Thank you.
combo breaks go into a long animation, and the opponent goes into a knockdown state where they can't quick rise, which gives you even more time for Oki. And if
I did not know combo breaks gave you a hardish knockdown.
breaks go into a long animation, and the opponent goes into a
They can stand in place, roll forward, or roll back. Oh, no, they can roll. Never
knockdown
mind.
state where they can't
Never
quick rise,
mind.
which gives you even more time for Oki. And if you want guaranteed pressure on someone after the combo, you want to end with a super skill. These moves cause hard knockdown.
Okay, the
which means
supers give you
opponent
the hard
cannot roll
knockdowns.
afterwards. They stand straight up. You can also do an ultimate skill for more damage. In general, if you want to continue a combo solo without spending assembly gauge, you have to use some sort of EX heavy move mid-combo to keep it going. There are way more complicated combos in this game, and each character has their own unique take. You should definitely do your character's combo trials to get a better feel. Now let's move on to the basics of mixing your opponent up once you have them in a block string.
This is what I need.
Simple high-low mix-up you can do to open people up. I'm going to use Dive
a mix.
Miss Marvel as a reference. As a note, Miss Marvel's karate chop is an overhead.
And you'll want to get out of staggered lows to create different layers of mix on your opponent. And then you can start staggering into crouch medium to catch them blocking high if they think you're going to go for it. If they start adapting, you can just do it raw since they'll be expecting it after a low.
Now, a lot of characters have built-in EX mix-up moves. Captain America, Spider-Man seems pretty common across a lot of the cast.
You can do the fabled double EX chop.
Other characters have a similar mix. Spider-Man can hold his stand heavy to get an overhead on the second hit. He can also cancel the first hit into heavy EX arachnid assault, which is a low.
That's messed up,
It's
man.
a pretty solid 50-50.
Yo, shout out to Ninja 87 with 100 bits once again. Thank you so much. Yo, shout out to Ninja 87 with 100 bits once again. Thank you so much.
And lastly, some characters like Blade have really good neutral, but pretty much no mix. The way you get in with them is forcing pressure and then doing a move that has a lot of blocks done, and then tagging into your character that has mix and letting them go in.
You don't get to use the full features of the game for a while.
That's the basics of comboing and opening your opponent up. Holy crap, we are done. That's the video. I hope you can see how hard we worked on
Sheesh.
it. Me and my team put over 100 hours into it. So, like, if you like
Guys,
the video,
once again, Gimmer FGC, Gimmer's Live, exclamation point video in the chat. Gimmer has long been a tech god for the Smash community. He's been doing fighting game content for a while. He's trying to branch out to do more fighting game stuff. This was super informative. If you have not already liked and subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Please give Gimmer, show Gimmer some love here. He's starting this Gimmer FGC channel, so going to be doing more FGC direct content. So check him out. This was super informative. I learned a lot. Obviously, this is a refresher for me for a lot of the stuff that I already know, concepts I wasn't as strong in. So this is really useful for me priming up for Tokon tomorrow.
it's really high quality. If you want to see more,
Yeah, I guess you guys Carnage Guide. I'm not gonna check it out.
please share
Any of the
it.
guides.
Like, send it to your friends that are
gotta
trying to
get
get
some
into the game. Share it on
Y'all could
Twitter.
enjoy.
If someone you see on Twitter or social media ever says, "Hey, I'm trying to get into Tokon. What should I watch?" Send them this video.
This is
So please
definitely
do
a
share the
great
game if you
video.
could. I'm sorry for the video. And also, I want to give a shout out to the editor of this video, Thief of Light. They put in
Thief of Light, Wist. Great editing. Excellent. Shoutouts to you. This was an amazing visual accompaniment to the structured lesson from Gimmer here. Well
like,
done.
a billion hours this last week doing this because I had to give them the footage after the beta. So the time limit was very tight than I normally would give an editor. So show them some love in the comments as well. I have a lot more awesome Marvel Tokon content right now that you will not
Need a
want
PhD to
miss.
understand the mechanics. There's a lot of mechanics, but it feels like they're trying to like put the bumpers on a tag game. It all kind of makes sense, and it works, but it's very surprising to see so many mechanics in place like that. They play in tandem together in ways that make sense for what they're trying to control. I think it's a lot of this will learn passively over time.
If you
It's like to make the game. It's almost like to make the game easier or less potentially dangerous. They made it more complex in a way. So if you don't concern yourself with a lot of these rules, you'll be fine. But for those trying to push the game to its absolute limits, then you have to understand all the rules around it. It actually becomes more complex. It's pretty funny in that sense.
the video, consider giving it a like if you really liked it. Consider subscribing, and if you really liked it, consider turning on those notifications. You will not regret it. Anyways, I'm busy. I got things to do, so it's back to the lab with me. I'll see you guys next time.
Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Gimmer! Excellent. Once again, guys, please show Gimmer some love. Check out the video. Show some support. Excellent guide. I'll drop him a woo. Excellent, excellent guide. I learned a lot. All right. That's going to be it for me, guys. Enjoy some Tokon. I should be back tomorrow. It's going to be a busy week. A lot of games coming up. Thanks for hanging around. And shout-outs to Helix for sponsoring this stream. Exclamation point Helix in the chat if you want to do the Helix sleep study just to top off the evening. And I'm going to get on out of here.